So welcome back to my channel. And in this class, we are going to learn another food preservation techniques like pickling, canning, pasteurization, and smoking, and how we are performing this type of food preservation. What is the objectives and goal and advantages, disadvantages, everything. So let's dive into the class. So say what is food preservation? It's a process to stop or slow down the growth of microorganism which is responsible to cause spoilage and increase the shelf life of food and maintain the nutritional value and quality of food and especially control the microbial count and their enzymes. And these are the types: pickling, canning, pasteurization, and smoking. First, pasteurization. It is a process of heating any liquid food or beverages to a specific temperature for a set time to kill harmful or pathogenic microorganisms and extend the shelf life of food. And next one, canning. So canning, it is a method of preserving food by sealing it in airtight container and heating to destroy all the pathogenic microorganisms, especially bacteria, yeast, and mold. And next process, pickling. Pickling, that is preserving food by soaking it in vinegar, brine solution, or any other salt solution and spices to prevent the microbial growth. And last one, smoking. It is a method of preserving food by exposing it to the smoke from burning wood or wood chips, which added flavor and inhibit microbial growth. First, pickling. Pickling is one of the oldest method of food preservation. It is practiced for thousands of years. The ancient civilization such as Mesopotamia, Egyptians, and Indians are using pickle to preserve vegetables and fruits. Initially, salt, brine, and natural fermentation were used to extend the shelf life of seasonal foods. Over time, vinegar, spices, and other ingredients were added for flavor enhancing and safety of food and longevity. And the main objective of pickling, first, to prevent spoilage by inhibiting the growth of harmful microorganisms, and flavor enhancement to add tangy, spicy, or sour taste to food, and nutritional retention to retain the vitamin and minerals in seasonal vegetables and fruits, and extended the shelf life to allow storage for month without refrigeration, and economical and cultural value to make the seasonal product available throughout the year and maintain traditional culinary practices, and using salt, vinegar, and oil for preservation, and it create the acidic environment for the food, that means lower pH to stop spoilage and inhibit the microbial growth and slow down the enzymatic changes and extend the shelf life of food and enhance flavor and aroma, and it is highly suitable for vegetables and fruits. And best example, mango, lemon, mixed vegetables. And when we add the oil layer, it gives the anaerobic environment to the microorganisms and it prevents the oxygen exposure and require airtight storage. And next type, canning. Canning is a method of preserving food by sealing it in airtight container like glass jars or metal cans and heating it to a temperature that destroy the harmful microorganism within it and thereby extending its shelf life of food. And history of canning, first it is invented by Nicolas Appert in the year 1809 in France as a way to preserve food for the French army. So initially food was stored in glass jar and boiled to prevent spoilage. Later, the metal can were introduced, making mass production and storage very easier. And canning became widely used in 19th century and 20th century, especially during war period and for commercial food distribution. And main objective of canning, first one is preservation to prevent spoilage by killing bacteria, yeast, and mold, and extend the shelf life to store food for a month or year without refrigeration, and safety to reduce the risk of foodborne illness, and convenience to make seasonal food available all the year. Economical value to reduce wastage and allow commercial distribution of food product. And it has two types of canning. First one, pressure canning. So pressure canning is used for low acid food like vegetables and meat. And proper heating destroy the harmful pathogen like Clostridium botulinum, which is responsible to cause to produce botulinum toxins. And properly canned foods can last for month or year at room temperature. The main example for this preservation process: canned food, fruit, vegetables, jams, sauces, and meat products. And next method, pasteurization. Pasteurization is it is a heat treatment process in which food or beverages like milk, juice, and beer, wine that is are heated to a specific temperature under a controlled temperature, that is set time to kill harmful microorganisms without significantly affecting taste or nutritional value. And history, that is invented by Louis Pasteur in the year 1864 while studying spoilage in wine and beer. So later he applied in milk. So initially used to prevent wine and beer for souring, later applied to milk and other perishable foods to improve safety and shelf life. And main objective of pasteurization: microbial safety first, to destroy all the pathogenic bacteria 99.9% and reduce the risk of foodborne diseases. And shelf life extension, to increase our storage life of perishable foods. And quality retention, to prevent taste, color, to preserve the taste of food, color of food, and nutritional value of food, and reduce the food spoilage and wastage. And health protection, ensure the safer consumption of dairy and liquid product. So it is two type of pasteurization are there: low temperature for a long time, LTLT, the main temperature 63 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, and high temperature for short time, HTST, the temperature range 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. And another one, ultra high temperature, UHT, 135 to 150 degrees Celsius for 1 to 2 seconds. So typically involving heating in a controlled water bath, steam, or using specialized pasteurizer. It has killed all the pathogenic bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli, but not all the microorganisms. And it is also improve the safety, preserve nutritional quality, and extend the storage time. A doesn't sterile completely. Some heat resistant bacteria, thermophilic bacteria that may survive, thermoduric bacteria also there. And pasteurized milk in carton, that is highly safe for consumption without boiling. And next one, smoking food preservation. Smoking, it is a method of preserving food by exposing the food to smoke generated from burning wood, charcoal, and other plant material. The smoke that inhibit microbial growth and enhance the flavor of food and extend the shelf life of the food. And history of smoking. Smoking is one of the oldest method of food preservation used by human for thousands of years. Early humans discovered the meat and fish stored near fire and last longer. The ancient civilization in Europe, Asia, and American practiced smoking to preserve meat, fish, and cheese. So technique evolved into hot smoking, cooking, plus preservation, and cold smoking preservation without cooking. And the main objective of smoking, first one, preservation. The prevent spoilage by killing off inhibiting bacteria, mold, and yeast. And flavor enhancement, add a distinctive smoky aroma and taste to food. And extend shelf life, that allow food to be stored for a longer period without refrigeration. And nutritional retention, it maintains certain nutritional while preventing decay. Economical and cultural importance, and facilitate trade, storage, and maintaining traditional culinary practices. And it's a very simplest and natural preservation method commonly used for fish, meat, cheese, and some vegetables also. Smoke contain phenol and formaldehyde, which act as a natural preservatives. It has two types. One is hot smoking, And cold smoking. Hot smoking means cooks and preserve simultaneously. Cold smoking preserve without cooking, usually followed by cooking before consumption. So can be combined with salting or drying for better result. It both flavor and preserve food using smoke at and low heat, and the type of wood, hickory and apple, directly determine the final taste. The two types method: hot smoking, cold smoking. Hot smoking, the cook and smoke simultaneously, shorter shelf life only. And cold smoking, the smoke without cooking, is better for long term preservation. The food must be salted or cured first to drawn out moisture and inhibit bacteria first. And smoke contains some natural antimicrobial chemicals like phenol, formaldehyde that protect the food. The process that dries the food surface and creating an environment where spoilage microorganisms cannot grow easily. It creates a tacky dry surface layer on the food that helps the smoke adhere and seal the exterior of food. The smoked food have a limited shelf life and often still require refrigeration or freezing. They impart a distinctive undesirable golden to dark brown in color. It requires careful temperature and time control to prevent the growth of microorganisms.